joining us on Key Factors, presented by theraceguide.com.au. Stuart Rich and Mike Wood here to take you through the card at Rosehill Gardens this weekend. We're going to be having a look at the Quaddie legs. They're all coming your way. Some best bets, some value bets, of course, the $100 hot seat later in the show. And welcoming our chief analyst, Michael Wood. Mate, what a week it's been. The Melbourne Cup, Karen McAvoy. What a ride from last on the Cup. But how about this horse, Cross Counter? A serious racehorse on our hands here.
Yeah, good to be with you, mate, on the Thursday night. And what a fantastic race it was on Tuesday. And what a fantastic horse he is. We didn't pick him, but he's a serious son of Teofilo. He could go on to be a Group 1 weight for age winner next year. Watch for him next year. He's a really promising horse. Yeah,
look, it's going to be interesting to see what does happen next year. And on to this week, the acceptances. Mike, I tell you what, I was really disappointed having a look at the McKinnon Stakes. I reckon this is another benefit for the boys in blue. They're just cleaning up everything. Blair House this weekend. You got to look at that Ben Bartle and Humidor form.
Yeah, the Ben Bartle form must be too good for Blair House, you'd think. He's 225 in early markets.
Yeah, sure.
He absolutely looks too good for that Irish Derby form. Rostropovich was well beaten by Ben Bartle last start. So you've got to think could be another big win for the Godolphin stable.
All right, might be a bet there later. Look, it's back to Rosehill for us, so Mike. Bit of rain around on Wednesday and early Thursday morning, but we're hopefully getting back to a good service out at Rosehill this week.
Yeah, we loved it last week, didn't we? It's finally back to a good Rosehill track. We got some profit. We got the Quaddie for the first time in a long time, and we're confident again on Saturday. Good Rosehill track again, so important for confident punting. Let's have a look at the 4 key factors we look at all through these races. Progression, will your horse improve or take a step back? Distance at the stage of prep. We're kicking off the Quaddie with a 2,000 metre race. Track conditions, it's soft as of Thursday night, but there's good weather forecast Friday and Saturday. And position and run, it should be pretty fair on Saturday, but maybe a bit near the pace, as always, at Rosehill.
All right, we'll be watching for that as we kick the Quaddie off. It's the Australian Turf Club handicap over the 2,000 metres. It's a benchmark 78, and wow, wasn't Skyboy so impressive. A few questions had to be answered there out of the 2,000 metres, but absolutely smashed it last start. And this $1.6 million horse, Merivee, chased pretty well last start too on the 7-day backup.
Yeah, I've been avoiding that horse for so long. He's such a well-bred horse, so expensive as well. But maybe he's found a decent race for him on Saturday. Let's have a look and see how the race shapes up for this very expensive son of Frankel. Benchmark 78, 2,000 metres, a big field, but not too many going forward, so only a fair to steady tempo forecast. Good 3 to good 4. The rails out a little bit, but we hope it still should be a fair bias, especially with just the sting out of the track.
Well, let's have a look at the market now for the first leg of the Quaddie, and plenty of talk around for Skyboy, and it is the horse that is topping the market. $2.30 into that $2.10. Miss Shanti there, a winner last start at $8.50. Merivee, the horse we spoke about, chased hard last Saturday into $9, an expensive horse. But look, $2.10, Mike, Skyboy has got the punters in.
Yeah, well back last start, and we'll see why. Up to 2,000 metres, straight from 1,550 metres, and boy, wasn't this impressive for the Anthony Cummings yard. A stable that hasn't been going too well lately, but just lately the form's increased a bit. He was on pace. It was kind of a steady to fair tempo. They took off for a long sprint home, and boy, he was strong all the way to the straight, wasn't he, Stu?
Absolutely, and we were talking on the show last start just whether, you could get that 2,000 and really smash the line. But look, a few running on here, Mike, but job was done.
Yeah, margins. Form analysts love when there's big margins. Don't know there's big margins here, especially when the margins are stamped. That's Savicool running down the outside. She won today on Oaks Day. That's a big rubber stamp for the form. All
right, let's have a look at this expensive horse now, Merivee. We're only going back 7 days here, Mike, on the 7-day backup. But look, 1,500 out to the 2,000 metres. You're thinking there could be some positives here?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was first up over about 1,500 metres and stayed around the mile distance. This is still 1,500 metres, about 4th up. It was aggressively ridden this day. It was near the pace, and it was fighting on amongst some really strong horses, Stu.
Yeah, we spoke about the Toorak form. That was Fierce Impact down the outside. So, look, yeah, definitely some good form lines around there.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, all very good form references, and up to 2,000 metres should suit this horse.
OK, let's look at a couple of replays. Let's jump into all-important analysis now with the form and the key factors as we look for the gold bars. Light up the form here, Mike.
Yeah, such a big win to Skyboy. Maybe he should have got a clear gold bar, but those form references last start for Merivee just sucked us in too.
OK, so Skyboy and Merivee, they're the two we saw in the replays on for form. As we hit the key factors, it's progression.
Yeah, out of those favourites, Skyboy's the one on the way up. Sky is the limits for him. Ricochet, a bit of upside as well, and Mazaz, 3rd up, can improve.
OK, so Skyboy as we hit the kickstart the race. What about distance at stage of preparation?
Yeah, Skyboy stays at 2,000 metres. Could have got a bit of a gold bar because he's fitter now. Merivee definitely likes the 2,000. Solo Mission can improve as well. He's fitter now.
OK, track conditions. We're hoping for that good track again Saturday.
Yeah, Gamblestown definitely likes a dry Rosehill. He wasn't too bad running on that replay we looked at before, and he much prefers Rosehill.
OK, this is turning into a 2-horse race here, Mike. Skyboy and Merivee can position and run, sort them out.
Yeah, just a nice barrier, settling near the pace. Mazaz and Red Knot. Well, Red Knot's the leader, isn't he? he could control a steady tempo, but Skyboy just stalking behind.
All right, so look, we've hit the line here, Mike. It's Skyboy out in front there, Merrivi chasing. Gamblestown a little bit of love late, but look, two of the three favourites here, but $2.10. The punters have got to weigh that up. It is on top, Skyboy, but hey, $9 is looking like a nice each way bet.
Yeah, choosing between those two, there's a clear margin to third, isn't there? Skyboy, Merrivi, they're both really strong, and those form lines around Savical, Live and Free just put Skyboy on top, but you've got to look at the odds. Looking down the page, there's a few roughies that can definitely show up. Equipped can improve third up, and Vertex right down the weights, 49 kilograms, first time to 2,000 metres. He could do something as well. So we like the favourite, but there's a few players in the race. Play Skyboy in the Quaddie, definitely. If you would like to take the odds, you can have a bet on him as well. But Merrivi at the odds and Vertex at 50 to 1. We can't avoid them at all.
Oh, we know this time of year, Mike. You pulled one of these out last year. Let's hope Vertex can get home with a little bit of value there as our each way bet in the first leg of the Quaddie to kick things off. Looking into the second leg, it's over the 1,300 metres. And Mike, the boys in blue, they are just absolutely on fire at the moment wherever they're running horses around the country. Goolawar and Coruscate here.
Yeah, fantastic horses. Benchmark 88, 1,300 metres. Steady to strong tempo with the Pharaoh leading. We've got absolutely no idea what he's going to do when it's such a strong tempo last start. Maybe he'll control a steady tempo this time, good dry conditions and a fair bias.
Well, very interesting horse to line up, the Pharaoh. Let's have a look at the market, though, for the second leg of the Quaddie. And we know the boys in blue are going to have very deep in the market here. And Coruscate is one of those horses, $2.90 into the $2.80. Dyslexic has had some really good support, $6.50 into the $3.60. Tip top there, $4.20, looking for the hat-trick. We've got Goolawar there, fresh as we said, 8 into $5.50. They're the 4 under 10, Mike, but Coruscate, the punter's pal here.
Yeah, such a strong horse and such a strong win last start. The Pharaoh absolutely flew along in the lead at electric speed and had to knock up. He hates Randwick, he hates a wet track as well, so he was always going to knock up. The big, strong, muscular Coruscate hits the lead 300 metres out off a strong tempo, and he still wins, Stu.
Yeah, he was looking good out wide here, Mike. But look, the Pharaoh, look, under riding and then just not ridden out here. What are punters thinking when they're looking at this?
Yeah, when a horse comes last, you want to sack him, but back to a dry Rosehill. He wasn't ridden out first up either. Yeah, the conditions are much better for him on Saturday, and he's got such a low weight for the first time in such a long time. OK,
let's have a look at another replay now. We're going to some Group 3 form here. This is the PJ Bell from the autumn. We're looking at Dyslexic, just coming wide in the light blue here, Mike, but the great form reference here because Hootson, a horse many punters know, she's out in front and wins. Yeah, some punters will look at the form references and just want to absolutely launch into this horse. She was well backed first up on a soft track. She much prefers a dry track. This is her on a dry track second up last preparation. There's group runners in front there with Hootson et al. She was good there, but not amazing. Like, she can win on Saturday, but the odds are pretty short now. Yeah, definitely a bit of money there for that horse. Now, Mike, let's get into the form and all the key factors because we've got to separate them. We've got to find a winner here for the second leg of the Quaddie. Yeah, Coruscate so strong last start, hitting the lead 300 metres out. He gets the gold bar for form. OK, love for the favourite there in the form. As we hit the key factors, who's got the progression? Yeah, the Hawks mare second up. She can definitely improve. She gets a gold bar there. There's a tight race. We've got 4 of them involved there, Mike. Distance at stage of prep? A very interesting runner on the back from Musselbrook, over 1,450 metres, which is too far, carrying 64 kilograms. Wow. Petrosian's much better suited on the back up over 13. OK, so a little bit of value down the bottom with Petrosian. What about track conditions? Yeah, dry track for Dyslexic. She'll love it. Petrosian, much better conditions for him as well. OK, so Dyslexic shoots ahead here. What about position in run? Yeah, looking for horses with a gun run. Coruscate can cross outside the Pharaoh, get a lovely run, and Petrosian's drawn the inside. Oh, wouldn't you know it? The favourite just levels up there as we hit the finish. Look, another one for the favourites here, Mike. There's 2 that we've got to have a look at. Let's bring all the ratings back into it because Coruscate there was well backed, as we said. Dyslexic there, the money has come, as we said, $3.60. Look, a couple of lengths back there for 20s, 550s, but $21. You've mentioned Petrosian a few times. Yeah, there's a couple right down in the weights that aren't too far off in the ratings, are they? Petrosian, the Pharaoh even, not too far off at $34. There's already some money coming early. Look, the 2 favourites will be so hard to beat. I think most people in the Quaddie will just do them, just those 2 runners. Yep. There's a couple down the weights we've definitely got to play. Coruscate's a bet, but Dyslexic just at the odds. And the Pharaoh, why not? $34, he'll be leading. And there's a big form reversal there, but it's the favourites for us there in the second leg of the Quaddie. Stick around and we're back with legs 3 and 4 at Rosehill Gardens after the break. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. We're up to the third leg of the Quaddie this weekend at Rosehill Gardens and a benchmark 78 for the boys. And Mike, a lot of questions to be answered here. A few of these fresh runners resuming. We've got Chauffeur. This is a horse that really hit the Group 1 races as a 3-year-old. Bonhomie, a load of strings together, wins last time in. And Rock and Ruger, well, what a trial that was.
Yeah, Gay Waterhouse horses can put in a massive trial. What do they do on race day? You've got to look and find out. It's so hard to read. Benchmark 78, 1,100 metres, and a good, strong tempo in this race, but not as strong as race 9. There's an electric tempo in the last race today.
OK, we'll get to that, Mike. We're going to get through race 8. Let's have a look at the market for the third leg of the Quaddie this weekend. And that horse, Bonhomie, is at the top of the markets at $4.40. But my bit of competition here, Sedition, well supported as well, 7 into the $4.40. I've got a Nell into $6.50. Bit of money there from $9.50 as well, down from Queensland. Then we've got Seeking Glory here, $7, Mike. And it's had, I think it's like 381 days off. Chauffeur, good money here. $18 into the $9. So, Mike, a really wide market here, but Bonhomie and Sedition, they hit it.
Yeah, not surprised there's betting moves either. This betting market could be turned on its head. It's a very, very open 1,100 metre race at Rosehill. So let's have a look at a couple of replays, a couple of different types of replays. We didn't know where to look. We'll start with Leo going. This was a strong tempo over 1,000 metres, and it's very hard to be 3 wide, no cover exposed the whole way in a race like that. He was pretty good in a benchmark 78 against some good horses like Single Bullet, Stu.
Yeah, look, this was a good race to analyse, and you'll see in the form guide too, Mike, it does stick out. It's saying that it was wide without cover, and they're the excuses you need.
Yeah, he's right with them. Just to the last 125 metres, he knocks up after that really testing run. If he just put a couple more lengths on for being wide, he's right there in a good finish with Beacon, and that horse is in the market at Flemington on Saturday.
All right, Mike, there's a trial in this race that we just had to put in here. Rock and Ruger from the Waterhouse Bot Camp. Look, right out in front, as we know Gay's horses can do, but I'm starting to think a real strong type at Rosehill. How's that suit?
So hard to read, isn't it? I looked at this trial and I sort of looked at the market and I thought, if he's short, I might want to oppose him because he was pushed out in the trial. Then I saw 12, 13, 14 bucks. Last preparation over the sprint distances, he was pretty good. He went up to 1,500 metres and was knocking up. And this trial, I know he's urged along, but it's not a bad trial in decent time. They broke evens for that trial. Yeah, look, urged along. You've just got to watch that and make your own mind up. Let's see if the key factors can help us in there, Mike. There's a form in the key factors. Take us through it. There is a health hazard warning on these key factors. This is a very, very open race. Seeking Glory, a year ago when he was racing, he got the gold bar for form. All right, so he's got the form to start it off, but look at that. They're all over the place. Key factors, progression. Yeah, Bonhomie kind of had a funny last prep around the championships, trying to get him ready for that. So maybe first up, he can definitely progress. He likes fresh runs. Seeking Glory is usually good fresh too. And Chauffeur can definitely improve first up. OK, some value down the bottom here. Distance at stage of prep? Yeah, Argent Dior back in distance could be suited. 1,100 metres suits him. Rock and Ruger. Back from 1,500 metres, we saw the trial, he can sprint. OK, not a lot of love for these favourites. What about track conditions? Yeah, looking for horses that like the dry Rosehill. Bonhomie likes it, Chauffeur definitely likes it back from a soft track, and Argent Dior didn't enjoy the heavy last start. Wow, this is an open race, Mike. Position in run. Just to finish us off, Bonhomie draws well, Sedition draws well, I got Neil draws well, Rock and Ruger can lead, and they are all crossing the line together. I don't think I've ever seen a finish like this on key factors, Mike. It's going to be interesting to see where we're going to have a bet here. Let's bring all those ratings up again because it is time for a bet, if you do want to have a bet in this race, that is. But look, Bonhomie and Seeking Glory, they're on top here on the ratings, Mike, but $4.40 and $7. It looks as though we can shop around all you like. Look at that value all the way down the page. We've run the numbers. There's chances off the page. This is the closest key factors race we've ever done. There'll be 2 lengths between a lot of them. Based on our analysis, we've got absolutely no idea. So bet small, bet for value. Let's move on to the next one pretty quickly. Seeking Glory first up. He could do anything for Joe Pride, so we'll throw him in. And Leo Gang, we saw he was 3 wide, no cover. So maybe the market's underrated him. All right, well, let's have a look at the last. Now, that's as open as that one there, Mike. The last over here, it's 1,100 metres, and it's for the girls to wrap it up under handicap conditions. We see the return of the Smart Les Bridge horse in Seasons. 2 wins, 2 seconds, so building a very nice resume. And, of course, Brett Kavanagh, we've always got to respect his horses when he brings them down to Sydney. He's got Fallerina in this. Yeah, she's a really strong mare as well. She smashed the line last preparation. She was good first up. We'll see her in a replay being very unlucky in a second. Benchmark 78, 1,100 metres. There's a few absolute flyers in this race. I think 4 out-and-out leaders. So we're expecting a strong tempo to finish off the day. They could be swooping home.
All right, let's look for that late in the day. Let's have a look at the market now for the Get Out Stakes. It is the last leg of the Quaddie. And as we have a look there, it is Seasons, that fresh mare, $4.20 heading the market. Montrachet fresh as well for the Hawks camp, $7. Fallerina, as we said, second up, good money too, $11 into 8. Brook Magic second up this prep, $8.50 there. And of course, Regimen second up as well. So a lot of fresh horses here, Mike, at $8.50. But Seasons, we know this horse. We've seen her have a few good runs, but we've also seen her have a few unlucky runs.
Yeah, she smashed them second up. She smashed them third up last preparation. And this is what happened first up. We're going to have a look at a couple of horror watches in these replays. This is her first up, 1,100 metres, good track, box seat. What happens next, Stewie?
Oh, look, absolutely cruising in there in the red, and look, just could not get a run, comes out late, charges home, just misses.
I know a lot of bookies have money back specials if it's a dead heat. They dead set, should have paid out on this. Absolute moral beat and should have won by 4.
Well, talking about morals beaten, Mike, let's have a look at another one here. It is that Brett Kavanagh horse, and we're talking about Fallerina. We're going back to a highway here, right back in May. Again, along the inside, already starting to get strung up here, just never got out.
Yeah, no points for guessing what happens next. We've already preempted it. Look, she's a really special horse. She's a strong muscular type. She's got a strong shoulder. She's got a really strong rear end too. When she went up to 1,100 metres at Scone, she absolutely surged clear of them over the last 200 metres. She wasn't that hard ridden first up over 900, and she was strong to the line. She's a really decent horse at decent odds.
It's really horrible to watch races like that, but that's what you've got to do when you analyse all the form. Let's get into all the key factors in the analysis now, Mike. Keep the form.
Yeah, some seriously good sprinters. Seasons and Montrachet have fantastically good form, but Fallerina and Brook Magic not too far behind.
OK, so form for the favourites, as you'd expect. Key factors, time, progression.
Yeah, when you look at this race, you'll see a bunch of benchmark sprinters that have been around for a while, and you'll see 3 with massive upside. Seasons, Montrachet and Fallerina can all improve to better things in this race.
OK, really interesting seeing that for the 3 favourites. A lot of love there. Distance at stage of prep.
Yeah, we talked about the Scone 1,100 metre run. If you haven't watched it at home, watch that replay. She surges clear. Fallerina's going to love the 1,100 metre second up. OK, let's have a look at the track conditions back on the dry. Yeah, good Rosehill. I think she hasn't been to Rosehill before. She should love it, Fallerina. Regimen should like it as well, and Goldfinch better than last start. OK, so Fallerina levelling right up here to Seasons as we hit the line, Mike. Position in run. Who's going to get that run? Yeah, out of these 3 favourites, if the speedsters are rolling along, Fallerina tagging 4th, 5th on the rails. That's a lovely spot for her. OK, so look, Fallerina just stuck her head out there late. Seasons is going to be right there. She's a consistent type. Let's have a look now at all the ratings here for the bet in the last, Mike. Look, we've had a look at a couple of those replays. We're talking about unlucky horses, and here they are on top. But hang on, one of them's $8, one of them's $4.20. Little gaps back to 3rd and 4th. There's a bet here. Yeah, such a surprising race, this one. You get to the last leg of the Quaddie, it's a benchmark 78. You think sprinters that have been around for a while, just plain sprinters. This race is anything but that. Those top 3 horses are fantastic horses, and we think we found a really good bet. Fallerina, inside draw, tracking up behind that hot speed. She's an each-way special for us. Love it. Each-way special there to end the day in the last leg of the Quaddie. Now, speaking of Quaddies, Mike, you're off the hook, mate. Last week we got it. That was a great salute. Well done, but the punters want more. What about that 50-1 shot? I want to see him in there somewhere. I think we only doubled our money because we got a scratching and double up on the favourite in the second last leg. We'll take it. But at least we got a decent profit, and the hot seat was all right as well. Let's have a look what we're doing this week. Race 6, Sky Boy, so hard to beat, but at the odds, which is betting's all about value, isn't it, Stu? So Meravi and Vertex, we have to put them in. Okay, Vertex nice. At 50-1. Yep. Race 7, the 2 favourites plus the 2 apprentice claims. They can show up for sure. Race 8, absolute bloodbath, no idea. Ticking the field again like last week. And race 9, Seasons, Montrachet, and the each-way special today, Fallerina. OK, but instead of the field and the favourite winning like last week, we want a nice outsider there in the 3rd leg of the Quaddie. That was a horrible result, wasn't it? It's $100 there for 23%. What about the $100 hot seat, Mike? Where are we playing this weekend? Yeah, good dry Rosehill track, confident again, but we're going away from Rosehill as well. $10 each way, Vertex at 50-1. We've got to put it in. $20 each way, Fallerina, the special for us. And the big bet's actually in Flemington. Blair House should smash them in the Group 1. Yeah, absolutely. It's looking like a gift there for that horse in the McKinnon. Well, that's a look at the Rosehill Gardens Quaddie legs this weekend. Get to the raceguide.com.au because all the form and feature profiles are up there now. It's going to be a great day out there. It's going to be a great day down in Melbourne. Wherever you're watching, have a good day on the punt, and we'll see you again next week. Cheers. See you at the track.